Welcome back to my channel. So this is Solomon Abigail. In our last video, I showed us that I'll be discussing how I used SQL to do an exploratory data analysis. So this is actually the practical section of it. So today I'll be using my private schema. This is what I mean by schema here. It's just an object that's organizing my data. So for the private schema, I'll be using the employees table. This is my group of tables here. And then these are the columns under my table. So a quick one, we'll do an overview of the table, content, and structure, and we'll do that by going through the select statement. Select from, so what table am I using? I'm using the employees table from the private schema. That's why private is showing on it. So I just do a start just to know everything there. I mean, limited, so we don't have to take all the time to run it. So I still go by limiting to 100. Sorry about that. I'm actually working in the morning. Okay, so this is what we have. We have the ID, an integer colon, the text, last the names, text, email text, dates. The start date is having the data type. Salary is integers. We have the job title, structure engineer, recruiting, region ID, and department ID, and all. So I would need us to just do a count of the data here. That's the total number of rows. So so we're writing, and we just need to copy this again and then paste it here. Okay, sorry, I need to just go down a little too. So I'll just, instead of doing my start, which I want to query the old table, I wouldn't do that. I'll just do a count. This time around, I'll be counting everything. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I'll count everything on the table. And when I run that, so we have 1,406 rows. Okay, that's the total number of rows. So I would also be doing distinct. Actually, I want to just do a count on the table, the job titles. I want to see if, since we had 1,406 rows, so let me see how many distinct job titles are there, just to be sure. So I'll still work with this. Pardon me with that noise. Excuse that. So I won't do a count yet. I'll just do distinct job title. Okay, so I go distinct. So instead of typing job title, just bring it up here. I'm gonna keep it in a bracket. So that will go a long way for us. And then run this. Okay, so these are the distinct job titles. That's 186 rows, but I'm sure you didn't see that returned. So I'll just do a count on it. And enclose all in a bracket. So that's good enough to, and then we have to reduce the space. Remove the space. So we've run, so it's 186 job titles there. So I hope you're getting to see what I have in my table. So quickly, I want to check, I want us to see the minimum salary. Okay, so the least salary, that's, remember we have this as our columns. So we check quickly the salaries. I'll still paste this again, Ctrl V, yeah. So instead of doing a count, all we just need to do is write minimum, and then open brackets, then bring in salary into it. And then when we run this, we get to see the figure to return. Okay, the minimum salary is 40,138. So let's see the maximum salary in the employees table under the private schema. Okay, so we just change this min to max. And then with that, we run it. And then, okay, so this is 149,929. That's what the person is receiving. And then we saw the other one with 400 I can't recall that. You can run it again. Okay, 40,138 as the least salary. So quickly, let's see the average salary in this place, in this table. So you're going to do a paste again. So just do an average. It's simple. Running SQL is very, very simple. So we run and we see. Oh, wow. So this is the average. So I would need to round it. I already have pasted this as my comment. So it will guide us to what I am doing already. So just a moment, please. Excuse me. Okay, so at this point, I would do, instead of having to now do minimum salary, all I just got to do at this point is copy this, then paste it here. So it has given us this figure, so we need to round it up. So I'll just include my round function. That's more like an approximation. And then I open the brackets. Excuse me. Yeah. I open a bracket, I include it in a bracket. So I want you to round to two significant figures. Those that did mathematics in school should know what rounding to two significant figures is. So, okay, so it rounded up to 97,403.55. Okay. So at this point, I want to see the maximum salary by job type. So, okay, so we had seen the maximum salary initially here. That was actually about let's say it again, 149,000. So at this point, we want to see the maximum salary by job title. So this is giving us very basic details about what we have in the table, the employees table. So I can still copy this. Just put it here so I don't have to retype. So I'll just change this to max. Okay, in one place. Okay, so I change this to max. Excuse me. Yeah. Then that's I'm getting the maximum salary, and then I also want to get the job title. Okay, so you have to use a comma because, for example, if I don't put a comma and then I run the job title, let me type that. Okay, if I run that and you see it's going to throw an error. Oh, it gave it to me. Oh, really? It only gave job title. Okay, let me try something. Most times when you miss out on your commas, it will always give an error. For example, see this now, removed this. So it's giving me an error that it's needed. You can see the arrow. So most times it's telling us a syntax error. Seems I know what I should have had it. So it's just a comma. It's as simple as that. So for the job title, I'm surprised it didn't give us an error. But just watch this. I will add an alias to it. So I could just rename it as maximum salary or salary by job. Yeah, I think that was safe. Sorry. Salary by job. So when we run this, what do we see? Yeah, that's showing the error. So this ASI value is an alias actually. So it would rename the column, and then when it returns it, we're going to be seeing what it will give us. So run this. What's cooking here? Oh yeah, since I'm already working with the job title, so and then this is an aggregate function, there's a need for me to group it. So I'll group by job title. Yep. So just watch. Yeah, we got it. So it gave us a job title. So most times when you see errors, we shouldn't be scared of our errors when we run our queries. Errors are just pointing us to do it better. Yeah. it's always very smart to work with to code actually with computer. The reason is because whatever you give to the computer is what it gives to you, but computers are smart to tell us when we have our errors. So I want to talk about standard deviation before I actually run it. It's going to be very simple. So standard deviation tells us how the values are spread across the data. That means it tells us that when we have a high standard deviation, it tells that the values are far from the average. And when we have a low standard deviation, it tells that the values are clustered around the average. So let me just run this quickly. I just did a copy and paste. So still working with my select from this table. I want to get my standard deviation. Okay, yeah, STDV. Yeah, and then I'm doing that on salary. Okay, salary. So when we run this, we're gonna see, oh wow, so this is it. I can actually round it for the video is getting longer, so I wouldn't want to round it. So this is what the standard deviation is, and then I would show us quickly the variance. So the variance is a measure of how far each number in a data set vary from the average. So I'll copy this again. It's not very simple. Working with SQL. And then I paste it. Yeah, so instead of standard deviation, I just change it to variance. Actually, a good best practice requires that you can actually keep all your keywords in uppercase, but I don't know why PostgreSQL is not highlighting variance, but it highlighted max. If you observe, let me just show you quickly. You see, it highlighted max, group by and all. So I expected that it highlights even standard deviation. Let's see. I guess it's not used to it. So since you didn't highlight it, but most times when you want to write your keywords, write them in uppercase, and then you leave the colons and others in lowercase, just for readability, I guess. But me, I'll still leave it in a lowercase. So variance of the salary. So it's as simple as this. Actually, if I round it, find this. To round it to two significant figures, or maybe just one. Yeah, maybe that one. Excuse me. Okay, so let's see what it gives us. Yeah, 0.3. So so far I've shown us how I actually entered my table. I queried it with the select syntax. Then how did I get here? Forgive me. Yeah, showed us how I create my table using the select syntax, and I limited it to 100. And then I did a count on it. I did my distinct count. I did my minimum salary. So when you do all of this, you would be able to, I did my average salary, I approximated it. I did a maximum salary by job title. When you do this, you're able to get to know what is hidden in your data before you can now start running any query where you now have to make decisions. Thank you for staying with me to this time. It was really great having to have you watch this. See you again.